Security at our southern border has been an issue for decades with illegal immigrants crossing over from Mexico into the United States. Some come for a better life and some come for other reasons. We sat down with Terrell County Sheriff and former Border Patrol agent Thaddeus Cleveland to get an inside look at what both he and Border Patrol see every day with illegal immigrants coming to the United States. But first, we need to understand the issue.
That's the reason we were established, because of the U.S.-Mexico border and it being exploited.
Thaddeus Cleveland, born and raised in Terrell County, he's seen illegal immigrants come through his entire life, from his days as a kid to joining the Border Patrol and now serving as the sheriff of Terrell County. For him, he understands the issue better than most people, having seen it firsthand. How long have you seen the issue with illegal immigrants?
You know, so having been raised here in Terrell County and growing up along the border, I've seen it my entire life. And when I say I've seen it my entire life, a lot of friends that had ranches growing up, and back then it was definitely a different border. A lot of times we had people from the country of Mexico that would come to work on the ranches. They would stay, you know, for a season or a period of time, and then they would return back home and go back to their families.
And just from your opinion, your standpoint, just how big of a problem is this that we're having with illegal immigrants?
I started my Border Patrol career under President Clinton and worked through President Bush, Obama, Trump, and a portion of the Biden administration. And I can tell you and tell anybody that what we saw the last 4 years is unlike we've ever seen before.
With Sheriff Cleveland working under 5 different presidential administrations, he says that during President Biden's term, it was a complete dismantling of the southern border.
So over the last 4 years, we've seen a complete, as I mentioned, dismantling of the border by allowing people to come in from all over the world. And I like to mention that, you know, it was so upside down, we'd let anybody from around the world come in except our neighbors to the south from Mexico. They were the only ones sent back home. And to be honest, you know, if I had my choice in who I'd want to be coming to the United States, it's our neighbors to the south that are the most Americanized and that historically have kind of come to work and then gone back home for the season. And then, you know, it's really been that migration pattern. The vast majority of people we catch here are no different than me and you. But we have identified some that are criminals and have had criminal records.
When it comes to criminal activity with illegal immigrants, statistics shown in this image from the U.S. Customs and Border Protection website, crime has indeed seen a surge in the last few years from what they classify as criminal non-citizens. Over the last week, law enforcement has been doing targeted operations to arrest illegal immigrants that do have a criminal history.
They are going after what they call a targeted operation, meaning they have file folders, just like a Manila folder that has the information on somebody that's either here illegally and as a criminal, maybe someone that had been arrested at a state or local law enforcement agency that was released that's a criminal, or someone that's already been ordered deported by an immigration judge. So they have someone they're looking after. So they'll go do a targeted enforcement action after that specific person. They're not just going out into you know, businesses and starting to look for just anybody. That they're going after certain and specific people.
President Trump has been in office for a few weeks, so I asked Sheriff Cleveland his thoughts on the swiftness of the current administration. What are your thoughts just seeing that the Trump administration actually going through with what they're saying and actually getting things done in such a timely manner?
I tell you, President Trump is a man of his word when it's come to the border and the safety and security of Americans. The initial executive orders that he signed, just his voice when he was elected president, people knew that he was going to shut the border down. You know, he voiced that. So that was the first, I believe, effective act in that. But as soon as he was sworn in, he started signing executive orders that had an impact on the border. And within, you know, a few days, a few hours, we saw a significant change. You know, apprehensions, there was one day, a week into the presidency, where we had less than 600 apprehensions along the entire U.S.-Mexico border in a 24-hour period. I don't know that we ever had a day like that when I was a Border Patrol agent for 26 years. So definitely is living up to the promises he made to help to make the border safe and secure, and to start getting criminals out of the United States that are here illegally and were let in to this country by the prior administration.
This is one of a 3-part series. Tomorrow we will take a closer look at a day in the life of a law enforcement officer on the border. Reporting in studio, Jesse Zaragoza, back to you.